Thank you.
Just curious about the free agent process for you. What attracted you to the Nets and also made it feel like this was the right fit for you?
Yeah, well, the organization is already on the way to what they're trying to do. Me, myself, I know what I can bring to the table. And I know the Nets, they need some guys that can go out there and guard, and compete, and stuff like that. So that was really my first thought on the whole situation. And they reached out as well. So that was enough information for me to be ready to join on board. So that was pretty much the start of it. And I was just looking for the next opportunity.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
DeAndre, welcome to Brooklyn. Normally, the Nets have a bunch of guys who are great three-point shooters. That's obviously not your forte. So what did they tell you in terms of convincing you to come here, and what kind of role did they describe for you that you would have?
Yeah, we pretty much didn't talk about all of that. It pretty much was they knew my game. I know their system as well. And it pretty much was just an opportunity on the table, like I said, and I just wanted to take advantage of it and then obviously build a relationship from there. I know a few of the guys on the team already. I've knew Kyrie since high school. I went to high school in New Jersey as well, so I'm pretty familiar with a lot of faces within the organization. So, like I said, it's more so just the opportunity and just to see what we can start at.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, welcome to Brooklyn. Following up on that, were you a freshman, I guess, when Kyrie was a senior, or were you guys not together for that year?
I was still in Charlotte, so I moved to New Jersey my year going into my junior year, and that's when I was the number one draft pick at that year.
Yeah.
That's when he was coming back, visiting us back at St. Pat's at the time.
Have you gotten to know him at all? Do you have any kind of relationship with him?
Yeah, like I said, our relationship started back then in high school. He always came back, St. Pat's, played pickup and all of that. So I've knew Kai since a very long time. So, that's definitely one of my bros for sure.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, DeAndre, welcome to Brooklyn. Do you take anything from your time playing with Trey as a guy who obviously had the ball in his hands a lot and got that type of attention from defenses as to what it's going to be like when you try to play with KD and Kyrie and James out there?
Most definitely. Some of the guys, especially at the point guard position, a lot of guys like to score now. And being with Trey, he's a score first mentality point guard. So just being, like you said, being around some of those guys before, even when I was just with Toronto with Fred and Pascal, guys that are ball dominant, you got to be able to play off the ball. So definitely that helped me. My first 2 years, I played with Dennis Schroeder as well. So I played with a few different guys where I pretty much know how to play around the system and try to find my points where I can get out there and make something happen.
Adam Zagoria, Forbes.
Hey, DeAndre, good to see you, my man. I think Coach Chavanis told me a story that one time Kyrie came back to practice against you guys at Union County College and you guarded him on D. Do you have any memories of that, or is there any good memories or stories you have of Kyrie coming back and your relationship?
First off, what's going on? I ain't see you in a minute, bro. How you doing? But definitely. I remember my first year moving to New Jersey for sure. They would always come back. And Mike, Dex Strickland, so many different guys that attended St. Pat's, and they will all be on the same team. And it would be like our high school team versus all of these guys, all of these pros. And if we would lose, we'd have to run. So it was plenty of times where we were running because nobody could stop Kyrie and stuff like that. So, you'd be able to talk to Kyrie about some of the pickup games that we had. It definitely was very competitive back then.
Guys could, what would it mean if you two could win an NBA championship or play in the finals together as two former, St. Pat's guys?
Yeah, a lot of Jersey families out there will be happy for us. Like you said, we've been around this tri-state area for a very long time, and like I said, it's more so about the families that we have out here. I think that was the main reason why Kyrie came back out here, and obviously me coming out here as well. I'm very comfortable with the area that I'm in, so it'll mean a lot to our families, I feel like, first off, but just to bring it back home and enjoy it here with our family.
Matt Brooks, Nets Daily.
Hey, DeAndre, first up, welcome to Brooklyn. Just following up off Christian's question about just playing next to Kyrie and Kevin and James. How do you see yourself? I know it's really early. You guys haven't done training camp, but how do you see yourself fitting into that offense?
Yeah, well, like I said, I can play off the ball. I mean, I have no problem with that. I'm pretty good at slashing, get to the rim, and trying to find areas. But it's also my first time playing with KD and Kyrie. I'm normally playing against these guys. So I also just got to learn the system, to be honest. I mean, I've never played with KD, James, and Kyrie all on the same team. So I think you would off rip have to get used to it and try to find your roles, because I think it's going to be pretty tough. I mean, we don't need too much scoring. So I think my role is going to be more so just trying to go out there and guard and get some defensive steals and just get us going that way, because I know scoring won't be a problem for us.
Tom Dowd.
DeAndre, like you said, this team is pretty loaded offensively. You played against them a couple times this past year. I mean, from a defensive standpoint, how big a challenge is it? Does this team bring offensively? Yeah,
I mean, when you have that many different options, obviously at the point guard, then you have James as well. You just have so many different options. I mean, sometimes you just can't draw up stuff with this type of team. I mean, you just gotta just let them go out there and play. And I think obviously KD, what he did out there in the Olympics, that was just what KD's always been doing. So I mean, Kyrie's made huge shots in his life. James been doing what he's been doing this whole time. So I'm pretty eager to see the team stay healthy and see what we can do.
Last question, Ajayi Brown, Nets Wire.
Hey, DeAndre. So you're in a rare situation. You know what's being asked of you. You have to win it all this year. Basically, that's the goal right off the jump. So is that more pressure for you, or is that kind of more motivation to keep improving every day?
I think more so just motivation. I mean, everyone's goal is to win the championship. In the end of the day, obviously every other team that doesn't win isn't happy about the situation. But I mean, that's why you go back to your books, get back in the gym, and just try to get back to it. So I mean, the opportunity is there. I think we know that, and we just got to go out there and take it. And that's how the NBA works. I mean, team that stays healthy, the teams that play together the most, those are the teams that's going to survive in this league. So I think we have a major opportunity for sure. And I don't really think the pressure is there, because we got a few guys that's obviously already won championships and been in this position before. So I think we have a lot of vets on the team that'll get us there.
Thanks for your time, DeAndre. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's all for today. This evening,